Good morning, judges. My name is Adi Dashmukh.
And my name is Aurelia Mendez.
Our team name is called HPIL, which stands for Help People in Life. Our group name is Group 3B. Our goal was to create an app that uses equitable resource allocation, and our app is called Neighboring Needs. So these are our team members. So this is our mentor, Kira, and unfortunately, our teammate Mikias couldn't be here today, but he is part of the presentation. So what is the problem we are trying to tackle? So the problem we are trying to tackle is the lack of knowledge in low income communities. So overall, in 2021, there are about 50 million families in the United States have an income below the poverty line. At least 15 million of these are children. As stated by the U.S. Department of Energy, the older people in the low income communities don't use social media to find resource locations and instead rely on the community through word of mouth, which, as we know, isn't really the most trustworthy source. So because of these factors, we wanted to create a solution to this. So our solution is a free, clutter-free system to find resource locations to ensure the low-income populace get what they need for their day-to-day life, whether that is clothes or food.
After conducting research on other apps, we were able to find two that are similar to ours, Community Compass and Food Finder. Both provide help with finding locations that supply free food. Unlike both of these apps, our app helps find locations that provides all types of resources, not just food sources. We conducted a survey research among the general public with a total of 17 responses. 55.6% of these individuals live in low-income communities. A majority of respondents aren't engaged in ways to help low-income communities but are aware of the potential impacts of resource locations. We found that a majority of respondents have members of their community that don't know how to use social media to view online flyers, and they themselves are unlikely to stop to look at one. Despite social media and flyers being the main method used by resource locations to get their information out. By converting type responses into percentage, we can see that 80% of respondents who do get free resources find it difficult to collect information on those resource locations.
So for the first demo, the app was signaled to find any food banks as you can. So for example, it's very simple the UI is very accessible for both young people and older locals. And as you can see, it gave a list of options for in the area and also gave them an option based on the location. For the second demo, as you can see here, it was trying to find areas that are more like clothing based. So as you can see here, the model was very efficient at detecting this, and also it gave based on this location for the second demo, and it gave the same thing. It gave multiple clutter-free options, and this can also be used for people experience any kind of drug overdose to find a trusted location near you with that, for example, police officers or any kind of Medicare. So this is the ethical matrix, and I'm going to pass this to Aurelia.
While creating this app, we took into consideration the primary groups that could be affected, such as children and teens, adults, and resource organizations. We considered their well-being, opportunity of choice, and equity that comes with our app. The resource locations would be able to increase communication and involvement with those in need. Adults have the ability to choose locations to work around their schedule, which means that they have one less thing to worry about. Children and teens would gain an increase in resource security and improvements on their certainty of supplies at home. The following slide is presented by my teammate Makias, who could not be here today.
The feature of this app, there can be some improvements that can be made, including giving more information to the provider so that they can be better prepared.
We can't hear the message now.
Information prior to the other people. This would help them because these organizations and companies don't exactly know how many volunteers or how many items they need in order to support their event. So giving them that information prior to the event could be really helpful to them. And also giving more information to the people who are looking for the resources. Some of these information includes like how many items this places has and how many people are planning to attend, because some events can be overcrowded and then not everybody can get enough supplies and resources. So getting that information for them before they come to the event, that would be really helpful. And we can do this through additional questions on the app. That means some questions that we can ask the organization or the companies that are planning to cater the event or to volunteer to their community. We can ask them more information regarding of what they're planning to do, what resources they have.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and thank you to the judges for having the time to take a look at our app.